Welcome to this map tutorial. This video is designed to help you develop a complete academic plan using MAP for those of you who are a little undecided on your career or major. All students are required to have a comprehensive academic plan completed in MAP and reviewed by a counselor by the time you complete 15 units, or you'll be prevented from registering for your classes. So it's important to do this as early as possible to avoid any delays in your registration process. You are, of course, free to change your goal and create a new plan in MAP at any time, but the plan we will create together right now is an easy way to build your first complete plan in MAP and have this requirement cleared for you. This is an interactive tutorial video, so I'll be giving you instructions on how to complete your own academic plan in MAP, so by the end of this video you'll have your own complete academic plan. In order to get started, position this video on the left of your screen and open a browser window and place it on the right side of your screen next to this tutorial video. You can resize your browser window and this tutorial video so that the two fit your full screen side by side. Be sure to use only Firefox or Chrome browsers when using MAP because Internet Explorer is prone to problems. If you have not done this already, go ahead and pause this video now and open your browser window so that the screen on your left is this tutorial video where you can start and stop the video whenever you need, and the screen on your right is a new browser window. In the browser window you just opened, navigate to the saddleback.edu homepage as you see here in the tutorial video. Once you're at the Saddleback homepage, then log into My Site by clicking here. Remember, you can pause this tutorial video whenever you need to in order to follow along. Once the My Site screen appears, go ahead and log in. If you do not yet know how to log into My Site, click on the Login Help tab under the Login button here and follow the instructions. Once you're in My Site, you'll see a link to My Academic Plan on the left of your screen here. First, expand that area and click on New Plan on the left of your screen. You may see a window pop up at this point emphasizing the importance of getting your plan reviewed by a counselor because it's on its own. MAP can only be a general guide. Go ahead and click on I understand to close this window. Then select Associate Degree here. In the drop-down menu under College, be sure Saddleback is selected. Then under Pattern, select CSU General Education. And then under Area, scroll down to L and select Liberal Studies. Go ahead and click on Next. This plan will achieve an associate degree and will keep your options open for transfer to the University of California system, Cal State University, and many private schools. On its own, the plan we're creating now may not have enough units to transfer and may not have all the requirements for the goal you choose once you decide your career or major, but it will place you on the right track. Once you choose a transfer major or school, you'll need to develop a new plan in MAP to ensure all of the requirements for your new goal are met. But this Liberal Studies Associate degree is a great place to start to keep as many options open as possible. If you're a brand new student, you will likely also see now a pop-up window with course recommendations including math and English and counseling classes. Go ahead and close that window by clicking on the button in the top right corner of that box. We will be including those courses as we build your plan. So this is the main screen in MAP. We refer to this as the course selection page, where you'll be adding in all the required courses for your goal. Once we have added in all the required classes, the next screen will allow us to plan them out semester by semester. But first, we need to give you some highlights about all the details on the screen because it can be a little overwhelming your first time using MAP. Starting at the top of the screen, Always pay attention to any plan alerts or notes that appear. This is always essential information for you based upon the goal you've selected and will be critical for you to ensure you create an accurate, up-to-date plan. Just below the plan alerts in the notes section, there are 5 core areas of general education that you'll see here, labeled A through E. On the right of your screen, you can see column headings labeled Planned, In Progress, and Completed. That's where the courses you choose will appear. Now click on the Expand All tab just under the General Education title area, and we'll take a look at all the course options. If you've completed any courses or you're in progress with any at this point, you'll see those courses appear automatically under the Completed and In Progress sections. You can see that each area has a heading which indicates how many classes you need and what your options are for each area listed here. I've highlighted that in blue for you. We'll come back to this general education section and select some courses in a minute, but for now, scroll down to the next large red bar so we can take a look at the other sections of this page. This next section is your major. You may have heard that when you come to the community college, you just need to take your general courses like English and math, history and science, and then worry later about your major or focus of study. This is not correct. Most schools now require students to have courses selected in your major in order for you to transfer. Below the major section, you'll come to electives, followed by prerequisites and co-requisites, and a total summary of your units. Electives are any courses that are not required to meet general education or major units, but are required to reach a total unit count, like 60 for an associate degree or transfer. Prerequisites and co-requisites are required courses that have been added into your plan based upon things like your math and English placement test results and other requirements for the courses you've selected above. Now let's go ahead and start selecting some courses and build your academic plan. So scroll back up to the section on major. We usually start adding in courses in your major because oftentimes courses in your major will also meet requirements up above in the general education area as well. We call this double counting, when a class meets requirements for both your major and general ed. Go ahead and mouse over English 1A. You can see that as you mouse over any of the courses here on the course selection page, MAP will give you a brief course description to tell you a little bit about the course. Now go ahead and select English 1A. MAP will automatically add in the appropriate prerequisites based on your placement test information. If you tested at the basic skills level, you'll need to choose between English 300, 340, or both, as you see here on my screen. You can check your placement test results under the Assessment tab, which is at the top right of your screen, to see which 300 level class you placed in. But you'll need to speak to a counselor or your English faculty in person to get more information about which course is best for you. Either English 340 or 300 will meet the requirement to move on in the required English sequence of classes. So for now, you can select either course and speak to a counselor about which course is best for you when you come into counseling and have your plan reviewed. I'm going to select English 300. Notice that the middle class is a course for English as second language learners. Next, you'll need to choose between Speech 1 or Speech 5. Go ahead and select Speech 1 and click on the Add button. This course keeps your options open to follow other general education patterns if you choose to later. Next, choose PS1, which is Political Science 1, and English 1B. English 1B as well will keep your options open for the majority of transfer and degree options. The next course to choose is a U.S. History class. Here you can see there are 5 different U.S. History options. You can pause the video now to mouse over the different courses and choose the one you'd like. I'm going to choose History 22, which is the basic U.S. history course that covers the colonial period until the present. Lastly, you must choose a math course. This course, more than any of the others, depends on the major or career direction you choose. If there's any chance that you might pursue science or engineering, you should choose Math 2 or 3A, depending on your placement test results. That would put you in the calculus sequence. If you would consider majoring in business, you should choose Math 11 or the prerequisite Math 8. If majors like business, science, or engineering are unlikely for you, you should choose a class like Math 7 or Math 10. Math 10 is a great option if you're considering social science majors like psychology. MAP will automatically add in additional math classes required for you based upon your placement test results. I'm going to add in Math 10 because I'm considering a psychology major. And you can see here the required additional math classes are automatically added into my plan based upon my test results. At this point, we're ready to add in the remaining general education classes up above. So scroll back up with me to the top of your plan. You'll see here in blue that the classes you added in below also meet general education requirements. Speech 1, English 1A and 1B now appear here as well as down in the major section. Area A is now complete. So you can scroll down to Area B. Area B is the science and math area. In this area, you need 2 science courses, one from B1 physical science area and one from the B2 life science area. This is explained for you at the top of the section indicated here. One of those 2 sciences must include a lab. The lab sciences have an asterisk next to them and also appear in the lab category. At this point, you're free to choose any class you'd like. You can pause the video now and mouse over the courses to see course descriptions. Choose something that interests you because you're more likely to do well in a course that interests you. For now, I'm going to add in what we call a placeholder for these science classes. You'll see here on the gray bar, there's a tab with the title Placeholder. If you click on this tab, MAP will allow you to add in a generic course placeholder so that you can choose exactly which course you'd like to complete at a later time. And I'm going to add in another placeholder for Area B2 as well. Placeholders are a nice, easy way to build a complete plan, and you can make those more specific decisions later when you're ready to register for a course in one of these areas. You can see that the placeholders appear in yellow to highlight that they need to be replaced with actual classes at some time. That completes Area B, and we can move on to Area C. Here, again as stated in the top section of this area, you need 1 course from the arts, 1 course from the humanities, and a 3rd from either area. This is a great area to choose from topics that might interest you. If you choose general education courses that interest you, you might find a major that you'd like to pursue. For now, I'm going to add in a placeholder in Area C1 and choose Later. You'll see that top placeholder tab allows you to put placeholders in either C1 or the C1 and C2 area. I'm going to choose the placeholder for the C1 category. Now, I already know that I'd like to take German classes. I studied German in high school and would like to brush up on my German skills. So I'm going to add in both German 1 and 2 down here in Area C2. MAP will automatically add in the appropriate lower level prerequisite for German for me. So now I have 3 classes in Area C, 1 in C1, and 2 in C2. So now we can scroll down to Area D. You'll see that you already have 2 courses in blue selected here, the U.S. History and the PS1, the Political Science 1, based on what we added below in your major. Area D is another great section to explore all the courses and find something that interests you. You might find a potential major here as well. I'm going to add in Psychology 1, the introductory psychology course, because I'm interested in possibly pursuing that for a major. And the last area is Area E, Life Skills. As a new student, being a little undecided, it's important that you consider taking a counseling course. Counseling 140, listed here as Applied Psychology 140. Counseling 140 is a great course that's designed to help new students figure out a career and major direction. We also go into detail with educational planning and transfer planning to make sure you're getting all the classes that you need for your goal. And we also assist with some college success tips like time management and study skills. So I'm going to add in Applied Psychology 140. You'll see it indicated as Counseling 140. At this point, we have all the courses required for our goal. If you scroll down to the bottom of the plan, you'll see that I have 60 units listed here. If you don't have 60 units yet, you'll want to add in some electives to your plan to make sure that you have 60 units. Go ahead and click on Next button. The Next button will take us to the next page where we can start planning out these courses semester by semester. If you see this box pop up that says your plan is not complete, you may be missing some general education courses, or maybe you don't have the 60 units yet. That's okay, you can come back later and add those in. Go ahead and click on Yes to continue. The next screen is the schedule planning screen. You can see the box on the left with all the classes that we added in on the last page. Under Step 1, MAP asks you to select a target completion date. Go ahead and just plot that out for a few years. This isn't specifying exactly when you're going to finish, but we need to plan out for a few years. Under Select a Semester, under Step 2, go ahead and choose Fall 2014, or whatever term is next for you. Now to add in courses, simply select the term and then click on the courses. The most important thing in terms of planning is to begin with math and English early. I'm going to plot out the math and English courses for you in the appropriate order. In order to move to the next term, just select the next semester, whatever that is, and then plug in the classes that you want. The summer term is not a regular semester, it's a shorter term. We don't generally recommend doing math and English courses unless they're review classes for you. You can pause the video now to see the appropriate order of the math and English courses in the right sequence. Math 351 leads to Math 251, followed by Math 253 and the transfer level math. Depending on your placement test results, you may not have all of these classes. Go ahead and pause the video and use this screen as a tool to put your math and English classes in the right order. Next, for the first term, it's important to take that Counseling 140 class. Go back and select the correct term, and we'll add that one in the first term. This class is designed for you to take your first semester. Now, you want to avoid taking classes that have a lot of writing, essay writing, if you're at the basic skills English level. But I've done some German before, so I'm going to add in that language class at this point. And then for the spring term, I want to continue with that German sequence. It wouldn't be a good idea to take one semester of German in fall of 14 and then the second semester a year or two later. You want to take those in the correct order. It's also important to try and get into the first class in your major as soon as you can. This will help you confirm whether or not you're interested in pursuing that for a degree. You may also want to consider not taking 2 science classes in one semester, unless that's your major. Generally, students take a class or 2 during the summer terms. You can see this plan, I'm able to finish it within 2 years. This would assume, though, that I'm not working very much. If you're working 10, 20, or 30 hours a week, you would want to adjust a plan like this and not take quite as many units. If you're working half-time, about 20 hours per week, maybe 2 or 3 classes would be about the maximum that you could take reasonably and do well. You don't want to overload yourself your first semester and get into academic difficulty. Once you've put all your classes in order, you're ready to have your plan reviewed by a counselor. Congratulations for making it this far, and we'll see you in counseling.